Hello. I got a question about the videos going through social media, viral at the moment, about the natural behavior of dog packs and what I think about it. And yes, so this will be my comment about natural behavior in dog packs. Maybe you have seen the videos on Instagram or Facebook. I have posted one on Facebook under my name Equilibre Animal and also my private account Rea Feldmann. We see a lot of dogs in a shelter, and they have conflicts, and the message is that there is dominance behavior in dog packs, and so we have videos with large group of dogs, non-castrated dogs, male and female dogs, and there are a lot of dogs together in a shelter, whatever it is. And so now these videos want to show us or prove natural behavior of packs. And my first question is, why do I need this video? What does this video want to tell me about natural behavior of dogs? Does it mean that dogs are aggressive, that they have dominant behavior hierarchies, and what does that mean for me? Because we were fighting against this dominance theory for a very long time, and now it shall prove or say that dominance is natural, and maybe this explains that I have the right to be aggressive or dominant against my dog if it doesn't behave as I want it. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous because first we have to realize that these large groups are not packs. This is not natural behavior of packs because these are not packs. A pack is a family group, and a family is it's a family. And we made the same mistake with wolves. Humans put wolves together in observed them in captivity, and collected several wolves, wild wolves, and put them together, and there was dominance, there was aggression, and humans observed them and said, okay, this is natural behavior. A few years later they realized this was a mistake, a very big mistake, because this is not natural behavior. We have put several wolves in an enclosure and observed them, and they were not able to show their natural behavior because they are pack family animals. And when I have a pack, a family of wolves or dogs, I have the parents, who are the alpha or dominant animals, and I have the siblings. And when I collect several wolves from different packs and put them together, it's possible that I have dominant animals. And when they are not able to avoid each other, avoid any contact, and it comes to conflicts about resources like the females, food, safe places, of course they show aggression and dominance. In nature this is different because we have a family. A pack is a family, and normally in a pack or several different packs try to avoid conflicts. If possible, they just do their business, and of course that doesn't mean that there is no dominance or aggression, but we have to realize that we should not make the same mistake now with dogs. We cannot put dogs together that are not family members. They are individual dogs. They are no packs. We have big groups of dogs in captivity. They are not able to avoid each other, to avoid conflicts. Non-castrated animals animals with the same position in the hierarchy, maybe a lot of dominant dogs together, not enough space, not enough safe places, the females, the food, and this causes conflicts. So the behavior these dogs show are not natural because the situation is not natural. Street dogs try to avoid conflicts. They live in very small groups and they have a lot of space. They can avoid a fight by running away. So if they are in captivity, they don't have the chance to run away. They have to, fight or there's no chance. So this behavior is not natural. When you see these videos that want to show us a natural pack behavior, first, these are not packs, these are groups. Packs are family groups, and these are not families, these are individuals. They live in captivity, they don't have enough space, they don't have the chance to avoid conflicts by running away. Too many animals. Animals don't live in these big groups by nature. Maybe horses or cows, but not dogs. So the other point is that we have the feralisation and the domestication. We now say, okay, these are street dogs, and street dogs have a natural behavior. They have a natural aggressive behavior. When we take a look at domesticated house dogs, when we breed dogs, we look for the tamed ones, for the cooperative ones. In nature, being cooperative might be okay, but tamed not so. You need a higher level in aggression to survive in nature. So the feralisation process, going back to nature, becoming wild again, becoming a feral dog. The feralisation process is defined by individual domestic animals either become desocialized from humans or never become socialized and thus behave as untamed, non-domestic animal. Of course, these animals show a more natural behavior than domestic animals, pets, dogs. But we have to really watch these dogs, observe these dogs in their natural environment, where they normally live and how they live. If I put all these half-feral dogs or street dogs together in a shelter, I cannot say that their behavior is natural or normal. Of course, we have, dogs have a hierarchy. There are dominant dogs. This helps them to survive. A group needs an organization. And this helps the group to survive, the family to survive. The dominant or the alpha animal is the animal that has is high sensitive, has the better skills, knows the best places, the safest places, where they get food, and they try to protect the group, normally by avoiding conflicts. I live with a big group of 8 dogs. I have 2 domestic dogs, 2 border collies, and 6 street dogs. And street dogs that are tamed, and street dogs that are half-feral, untamed dogs. And the dominant female is one of these untamed half-feral dogs, and the dominant male is my border collie, a domestic house dog, or yes, domestic dog. And both work together, and normally they both try to avoid conflicts. They work and try to de-escalate situations. If this doesn't work, they can become very aggressive, and normally that works very well and very fast. But as male and female, they work together, and the rest of the pack, family, group, what is not a pack because it's not a family, it's 8 individuals, but it works very well. But they are not aggressive. They are dominant, that's true, but their normal behavior is not aggressive. They try to de-escalate by just being present or whatever. Normally it's enough to be present. I had the problem that I had another dominant male, a German Shepherd, with my Border Collie, and this escalated quickly. And I had to find another place for the German Shepherd because it didn't work with my dominant dog. So when we see these videos from a lot of dogs in a shelter, and they say these are street dogs, they have natural behavior. Yes, with street dogs, half feral dogs, because street dogs, not every street dog is a half feral or feral dog. We also have tamed and domestic dogs in street dogs. They just stray around and get trapped with the others. So when we have a big group of street dogs, feral dogs, non-feral dogs, tamed dogs, untamed dogs, living together, individuals, not family members, dogs with the same position, dominant dogs, dominant females, in an enclosure that is too small for all the dogs. They cannot avoid conflicts, they cannot run away. Of course they show aggression, because they will have conflicts. That's normal. So I hope this helps a bit to explain my position or my experience or how I see these videos. I would say don't believe everything you see in the internet. Of course it's easier for us humans. Huh? I think the problem with this dominant dog or dominant animal is that our the way we defined dominance was not correct, or people didn't understand. We thought that being dominant is being aggressive, being the biggest, the strongest, the loudest, the alpha. And we still have this definition, and it's a big problem because this is not the alpha, this is not the dominant animal, dog, person. Normally they are very quiet, they are sovereign by nature. The female that arrived at my home she came as a puppy, and she always had that energy. She didn't need to learn it. She learned a lot from Tim because he was older this time already, and that she just had this energy, and the other dogs trust her and follow her. Tim now is he's sleeping there. Can you see him? Tim now is 15, and he's blind on one eye. He has the vestibular syndrome, but he is still respected by the pack. And everyone tries to avoid a conflict with him, even if he's a bit older. But yes, so we have to be very. We should not just say because dogs show aggressive behavior and there are dominant dogs being aggressive against their the other dogs allows us to show aggression or use aggressive behavior in education, in training, because it's the same behavior dogs have. This is highly dangerous, and it's not fair because it's not their nature. They try to avoid conflicts. It needs a lot of energy. You can be injured. You can lose life in a fight. And the question is, for most animals, that's not worth. So they try to avoid the conflict, run away. And if this is not possible, what shall they do? Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I wish you a wonderful Sunday. And if you have any questions or even a comment or a different experience, write it in the comment. Bye.